All right, well, good evening, everyone. Sorry for the delay here. We are running just about 30 minutes late, obviously. We had a high school hockey game here. And then any of you who've watched a boys high school hockey game, there's a penalty every shift as the boys are trying to take each other's head off. Caused a delay in our game, but nevertheless, here we are. Second matchup between RNS and Washington Pride, so hopefully you're tuned in for the second game. If you were here for the first game, you got to see quite a game. It was a 2-2 tie, went into overtime, couple opportunities in that game. Very evenly matched teams here. So we'll see what comes from it. We'll see if there's any goalie changes. We had last game, Megan Hull, number 31, was in net, played lights out, stood on her head for a lot of the shots, and Maya Brenner got the start last time, but it looks like Washington Pride is going with Maddie Maloney, number 30. So she'll get the starts. We have 2.5 minutes left for warm-ups here. Clean sheet of ice, 20-minute periods, 2-minute penalties. And hopefully you've got yourself, instead of a coffee this time, a cold beverage of your choice. Our resident statistician and I do. We're here, ready to broadcast the game to you. So 2 minutes left and we'll get it started. Keys to this game, I think face-offs definitely played a major factor in it. The game was very physical for those of you who watched the first game. Refs let a lot go, let them play, as they say, which is perfectly fine. Some questionable calls and not called, especially in the overtime. We had some muggings happening, but didn't get called. But nevertheless, great game all the way around, and they're expecting a great game here as well. So the season series between these two teams. RNS ended up besting Washington Pride in the first game. Yes, this morning was their second, so this is the third game overall. We've got some tunes in the background, which is always a good thing as well. So looking forward to the start of this game. Add a new segment into our broadcast today. It'll be a little bit of trivia, Cadillac trivia question coming up here, probably at the end of the first period. It's a hockey trivia question, so for those of you, no ChatGPT, please, for your responses, and we'll reveal the answer probably by the end of the second period. And if I forget to tell you what that trivia is, I'm sure somebody will remind me. So 30 seconds left in the start of this game. Refs are ready to go. Katie McGee's getting the bucket out of the box. I figured she was going right to the penalty box just to start the game. But recap of the game before we had a really wacky bounce to start the game. RNS got on the board first, and puck came out. Goalie went out to clear the puck and came back out. And unfortunately, Urquhart was right there. Puck went right to her. She had an open net to shoot at. She scored the first goal. Katie McGee scored the second goal. Haley Benson scored the second goal for Washington Pride, and then Sophia Lace, with just about 2 minutes, ended up sending a missile wrist shot from the defensive zone, beat Brenner top corner, and that was the last goal. 2-2 tie. A lot of action in those games, by the way. A lot of action in overtime as well. So we are just about to get started, and buckle in. What else could you want to do on a Saturday night than watch women's hockey? All right, looks like we've got, see if we got any changes in lineup. Looking forward to the, going to be a little bit easier to call this game, seeing how we have the same players out here. I like the Dawson-Bettle line battling with Boyce. A lot of alliteration going on here. Okay, let's see. We do have a change of goalie, so Sophie Peterson in net for RNS, giving Megan Hull a much-needed break. She played such a great game, so she's on the bench. Maddie Maloney is in net, and we are started. Face-off won by Washington Pride. Viederman's got the puck up across the red line. Stopped there by defenseman. And back over to Kramer. Kramer's got the puck. Looking for Lido. Lido has a little bit of a step, but very quickly Underhill cut that off. Over to Summerhill, 14, up the boards. And there's our line, the Beetle line with Dawson centering. That's Claire Beetle on the boards, passes the puck back around. That is over to Underhill. Underhill up to, tried to get it out to Claire Beetle, a little bit too far, and we've got changes happening all the way around. Actually, I'm going to make a correction here. I think they changed up the lines. We don't have the Beetle line anymore. We have number 22 was out there as well, and that's Kennedy. So I didn't see her in the first game, so she might be an addition on this game, or was injured but feeling better. So new player on that team that wasn't on the first roster was 22 Kennedy, so we'll keep an eye out for her. This is Thomas coming across the blue line. Hegarty gives her a little bit of whack, and that keeps on moving down. Puck is down behind. This is O'Byrne. O'Byrne looking up to Hegarty. Hegarty could not, now she's got the puck out, just kind of got caught in her skates there. O'Byrne is looking for an outlet here. She's still skating the puck. She's getting hassled, and puck comes turnover here, number 19. That's Ella Bettle. So yeah, there's no longer do we have the Bettle line out there. So we've got a little bit different lineup here for RNS. And there was a stretch pass there for Addie Viederman. This is a little bit too far for Genevieve Viette. We're going to have our first whistle of the game, 18:24 into the first period. Face-off coming up. Looks like we're going to have most likely Zealand, and it looks like Mayer, number 2, on the face-off dot. So we'll again keep track of our face-offs as we go. That one is won by Washington Pride. This is Genevieve Viette coming out of the zone with it. Arita's going with her. No icing here, so Arita's going to be pressuring that defenseman. Viette's there, pushes the puck a little bit deeper. That's Shanahan. Shanahan just rims it around over to O'Byrne. O'Byrne just puts it right back in the corner. Back to Shanahan. She drops it for Zealand. We have a penalty coming up. So let's see what we got. We have a tripping call coming up here. Let's see who's going. It looks like it's Sophia Lace. Sophia Lace is going to the box. Tripping call. She had the second goal. So we have the first power play nearly 2 minutes into the first period. And false start here. We don't have the penalty up on the board quite yet. The penalty killers so far out there. We've got Somerville is out. Hard to see from where we're standing all the numbers, so we'll call them out as we go through. Face-off is won by RNS, but it comes right up to Viederman. Viederman's got plenty of time. She puts it over to Smith. Smith goes across over to Kramer. Nice job there by number 22 Kennedy. She's, again, a new player that we didn't see last game, already making an impact. She's out on penalty kill. And here comes Kramer. Kramer drops it for Lido. Lido is getting some pressure. And here we go, puck stuck on the boards. This is Kennedy with the puck, and she's looking to go back around. She goes over to Somerville. Somerville easily clears the puck, takes off some valuable time. Maloney stops the puck for Viederman, and we've got some changes happening for the Washington Pride. Second unit's coming out. And that is Haley Benson, who's a goal scorer from the last game. Kramer tries to carry it in, and Benson has to retreat, gives the puck back over to, trying to see if that is Amina Wilbur. And that's Claire Beadle putting pressure. And here we go, Haley Benson. She's got an edge here if she can get by. Haley Benson still has a puck in the corner. She's going to get some help here. Puck is kicked up. It goes over to Wilbur. Wilbur is on the boards, holds it there. Wilbur just lost it. Puck comes out, and they're going to have to regroup. Wilbur in center ice. Oh, this is a turnover. This is Claire Beadle. Shot. Nice save. First shot of the game there. Nice save there Good shot by Claire Beadle. Good save by Maddie Maloney. Maloney going back behind the net, stop it again. We have 30 seconds left in the man advantage for Washington Pride. They're not doing much on the power play at all here. Stretch pass goes straight to Somerville on defense. She just passes it over to her defensive partner, and that puck comes right out of zone quickly. Hegarty's got the puck coming in. She dumps it in, going for a change, and we've got 10 seconds left on the power play. Puck comes all the way up here to Thomas. Thomas just chips it forward over to number 6, Evans. Now the puck here is Rupke. Rupke coming in, drops it over to Evans. Evans shot, stop there. Evans gets a rebound. Now she tries a backhand, doesn't get through, and now we've got an icing coming up here at the end of a penalty, but nice job for RNS for their penalty kill. No shots on net at all from Washington Pride. They set it up to begin with, but nothing came from that. 15:53 left in the first period. What? Face-off win by RNS, goes out. Biederman comes down to pinch, tries to put it over there, but Smith was tied up by Thomas. Excuse me, that was Herring. Pardon me there. Smith was the tying up. I got my names all confused here. Shot coming in from Kramer. That puck is up in the air, like popped up in the air. Oh, it comes out just under Katie McGee's stick. McGee tries to slow it down. Puck comes up to Biederman. Biederman backhand over to McGee. McGee dumps it back in the corner to Lito. Lito's there with Sophia Lace. Sophia and Sophia. Lito and Lace. Sounds like a Fleetwood Mac song. Puck coming up. We still have it down in the corner. McGee's there. We've got 3 RNS players. McGee puts it up to Biederman. Biederman's got some time. She's looking. Goes to the middle. Shot comes in. It's sitting right there. And beautiful. Nice save there. Beautiful job by Sophie Peterson. Good shot there by Addie Biederman. Sophie Peterson was down on her bottom spread, and they got her bottom leg on that puck. It was in the crease, loose for a couple of seconds there. Pride not be able to put it in. First shot on net, I believe, for Washington Pride there. It was a good one. Face-off win by RNS. Puck almost comes out. Kept in O'Byrne. Puck is up on the boards, and that is nice play there by Hegarty. Hegarty getting away and knocked down the RNS player. Puck comes in, and Maloney's going to stop it over for Evans. Ari Evans, they got the puck. Puts it up, just chips it out. Ziegler had a break there. Didn't see her. Evans has got the puck. She's got a little bit of speed. Over to Benson, who dumps it in. This is number 18, Culligan, with the puck back behind the net. She wheels. She's looking for a stretch pass. She drops it for a defensive partner. Puck comes up over. Well, that's a close hand play, but I think we're going to let him go. This is Kennedy, number 22. And that puck goes to Danny Meyer, and Meyer is going around the net. She's got plenty of time. No pressure here on Meyer. Meyer's still got a lane. She's going. Puts it up and chips it. She gets her own chip. She's got Arita out in front. Puck gets caught up in the back of the net. Puck is all the way up over, and puck is still in the defensive zone. Summerhill retreats and changes direction. Gets it up. Nice play there by Wilbur to keep the puck in for a moment. Puck comes all the way out. Here's number 19, Ella Beadle. Puts the puck in. Puck is back behind the net. Wilbur's the first one to it. Over to Boyce. Boyce has some room. Passes it up over to Mayer. Mayer chips it out, and that forces the RNS defenseman. This is Thomas, not defenseman, but a forward, to retreat. Passes it up to Beadle. Beadle puts the puck in, and back to Boyce. And Boyce and Beadle. Beadle and Boyce. Here's the alliteration again coming out. Up to Rupke. Rupke up on the boards. Can't get the puck out. Thayer is over there trying to help out as well. Puck up to the point. That's Somerville. She holds the puck in again. Thomas is down there as well. Wilbur wheels around, uses the net, passes it up over to Maisie Alfred. Alfred off the boards. Puck comes back out. And this is a misfire there by Shanahan, but did not get over to Rupke. Puck comes over. This is Thomas around the boards. Shot wide right. Smith is going to get it. Now she's got a head of steam coming out of the blue line. Smith with speed. Nice play there by the defenseman just to chip it over. That was number 5, Shanahan. Nice play there. Without that, I think we would have a chance there for Smith. Here's a shot from McGee. McGee's going to have to hustle to it, but Lito's the first one to it. Shanahan's battling with her. McGee and Lito in the corner with Shanahan. Looks like we have Zeeland in there as well. Puck comes back behind the net. Gogan in. Shanahan puts it back over. Erquist now has the puck. We have a whole scrum of people in the corner. Puck comes out, and Shanahan's going to be the first one. She's got a little bit of room to wheel, passes it up off the stick of Zeeland. Puck goes over to McGee. McGee's got it, crosses it over to Lido. Shot just wide. Had an opportunity there, but Lido missed the mark. Shot it left. Lido's up it again. Tries to get a shot over. She's got a lot of action in this shift. This is Zeeland with the puck, tries to get it out, can't get it out. That is Hegarty. Hegarty dumps it down deep. Ryder's in the middle of a chain, so Hegarty's going to have to go get her own dump in. Number 5 puts the puck up. That is Shanahan. Gets it all the way up to Goggin, excuse me. Goggin dumps it in. Not enough for an icing, so Kramer retreats. It's got a lot of time and a lot of space. Passes it up to Evans. Too hot for Evans to handle. Then it gets right back to Evans, and she's going to dump it in. We're going to have another icing here. So 11:35 left in the first period. Shots on goal. I think we have maybe
1 to 2. I think we're 2 on.
Yeah, 1 to 2, 2 to 1. So pretty even with our shots on goal here. Not a lot of grade A scoring opportunities yet to this point. Probably the first one that we saw was a shot from Viederman where it rattled around in the paint there for a little bit. Face off with Dawson, and it looks like, try to give you the other forward here. That looks like it is Benson. Face off when? Here it's Taylor Ziegler. Taylor Ziegler has a chance to get a break there. Nice job by Kilfoyle. Nice job to get that, get a step there. Benson tries to help out. Evans thought about pinching in there. Now she's pinched. Nice job by Viette. Viette puts it back in. This is 18. Colligan up to Claire Beadle. Claire Beadle just dumps the puck in. Stopped behind the net by Maloney. Here's O'Byrne. O'Byrne's got the puck. She reverses. O'Byrne still got the puck on her sticks. Passes it up to Ari Evans, her defensive partner. Evans tries to get it up to Arita. Just jumps over her stick. Here's Thomas. Thomas one-on-one. Nice try. It's a little toe drag back around. Nice play by Audrey O'Byrne to make sure she doesn't go by or play the body there beautifully. O'Byrne did. Puck comes out. Here's Arita. She's got a little bit of time and space. She's going down the boards off the skates of Thomas. Puck is still there. Arita had, just missed it. Tried to kick it up to her skates or her blade. Puck comes over to Ari Evans. Ari Evans swinging a miss. Shot comes for, Beadle. That almost went off O'Byrne's skate and into the net, but no icing here, so Somerville's going to have to come all the way back. Summerhill passes it up, and that puck goes up and over the bench, or excuse me, the glass. Wilbur predicted it, but ended up hitting the top of her blade and going over the glass. 10:14 left. Not a lot of offensive action happening yet in this game. Kind of a slow start. Remember, this is the second game these girls just played maybe 4 or 5 hours ago. So they're probably a little bit tired. Shots coming in for Wilbur. Nice shot, Wilbur, off the shoulder of Peterson. Comes up to Boyce. Boyce, she rifles it just wide. Puck comes out. This is, let's see, too many people over there to tell you who that was. Puck comes over, and we have number 4, Goggin, with the puck. And nice job by Ruby Thier to stop that one. Pressure coming on by Lauren Smith, trying to get the puck from Shanahan. Nice job by Smith, picked the pocket of Shanahan. Sophie Lace tries to get it over D to D with Shanahan. She takes it. She's coming up from the defensive position. She dumps it in. Stop over by Maloney. Rimmed up on the boards. Back to Shanahan. Shanahan shot off of the glove of Maddie Maloney. Back over to Kramer. Kramer's got Smith. Smith's got some speed. That puck just wobbled on Kramer. We're going to have a delayed offside here. Nope, that puck comes right back out. Here comes Sophie Lace, the goal scorer. She does an in and out move. Oh my goodness, Sophie Lace, what a beautiful move. She draws a penalty as well. Comes all the way down and just cannot pull the trigger, but she, in the process of coming down, she ends up drawing a penalty. Hadley Kramer going to the box for a hooking penalty. She's calling a slash. We'll give it a slash, hook, interference. So we have our first power play for RNS. Claire Beadle's out there. Kennedy, Sophie Lace, Zeeland's out. And it looks like, I'm trying to see the last forward that's out there. It looks like that's Dawson. Lido and Smith, excuse me. Yes, Lido Smith are your top of your penalty kill, and O'Byrne and Evans are on your bottom. Kennedy keeps the puck in. Slowed down by Lido. Lido tries to get it out. That puck goes right back to, I think that's Dawson with the puck. Dawson over to Lace. Lace goes over D to D. That puck is, just deflected. Good shot there by the RNS defenseman. That was number 22, Kennedy. Puck comes out of the zone. RNS has to retreat. This is Sophie Lace. Waits for her player to come out. Nice patience there by Sophie Lace. Just dumps the puck in. This is Claire Beadle. Beadle tries to go to the middle, and that was taken away. Nice job by Haley Benson. Puts a puck in. We've got Hegarty chasing down Kennedy. Kennedy goes back behind her net. She's going to wait there. 1 minute left on the penalty. 8:12 left in the first period. Not much happening on this power play at this time, but they're coming back in. Here's Somerville, number 14. That's a defenseman. She dumps it in. Maloney's the first one to it. We've seen this before. If you dump it in, you've got to be the first one. And if not, that puck comes right out of the zone, which is exactly what happens. Kilfoyle then goes over to Somerville. Somerville, she's going to get across the blue line. This time she doesn't dump it in, and she carries it in. Wilbur does a nice job of taking good angle there. Last 30 seconds on the penalty. Puck is blocked there by Viederman. Puck comes all the way back. Kilfoyle has to regroup. Kilfoyle over to Somerville. Somerville has the puck in the blue line. She dumps it in again. There's Maloney. She sees it, and Viederman's first one to it. Viederman has the puck. She's got to get him help. And then Wilbur comes, and we've got 4 players down on the ice all at the same time. Somerville comes down for the defensive position. 10 seconds left in the penalty until Kramer comes out, and now we have another penalty call. I think that's a weak call, no offense, but hit from behind or a check. I'm not sure what the ref at the very far end calls that. So we have Wilbur coming to the box. It's going to be a 5-on-3 for 5 seconds, and then Kramer is going to come out. Well, this is a difference of these two different refs from the last game. These girls played the last game. Was very physical, and these refs seem to be calling anything time you have any contact, there's a penalty. That certainly wasn't the type of a call that would have drawn the penalty in the last game, but nevertheless we play on. 5-on-3 here for the Washington Pride. They are on the penalty kill, and I'll give you some names of Somerville's out there. Looks like Kilfoyle's out there as well. Thomas, and trying to see who else we have. It looks like, let's see, trying to see if I get all your numbers here. Matthews is out there as well. Puck is won by RNS, so we got 1 second. Now it's back to a 5-on-4 again. Kramer comes out. Comes down to the defensive position, pushes up Hegarty. Hegarty on top with Benson. Puck comes all the way to Somerville. Errant pass here by RNS causes them to come all the way out. This is Kilfoyle regrouping. Benson comes off over to 290 men on the ice there. That was 6 players, and thanks to Coach Paul Viette to call that one. Gets the attention of the refs, and it may be a makeup call for kind of a softer call on Wilbur, but we now are back to 4-on-4 here. Assist by Viette. 6:49 left in the first period. 1:33 left on Wilbur's penalty. This is Sophie Lace. She's back in the box. Second penalty, but she's just serving it for too many men. Nothing that she did on this play. Typically, when you have too many men on the ice, you have to have one player who's on the ice to come off to serve the penalty, and Sophie Lace was that person. So we play 4-on-4 here. Got to wait for the board to put the second penalty up. Out on the ice right now is Lido, Smith, Viederman, and Kramer. And you've got, let's see, Matthews is out there along with, we got a stretch pass almost there for Kennedy. Kennedy had an edge there. Kennedy's out on the ice. We've got also Dawson out and Kilfoyle. That's your 4-on-4. So a lot of ice, a lot of space out there. Kilfoyle, nice job to get away from Lido. She goes D to D. Up over to Dawson. Dawson tries to go around Viederman. Can't do it. This is Smith. She's got some edge and some speed coming through neutral zone. She tried to do it by herself. Shot comes in just to the left of Peterson. Not on net, though. Here we got a 2-on-1 opportunity here. If Addie Viederman comes back, great defensive play there. Kennedy tried to spring Dawson, but Viederman wanted nothing to do it. Addie Viederman now has got some speed. She's taking herself by the red line, by the blue line. Nice play there by the defenseman, number 7. Underhill to make sure that doesn't go any further. Benson's out also with Hegarty. And we still have a 4-on-4 situation. Shot coming in, blocked there by number 17, Dawson. This is Ari Evans down in the corner from her defensive position. Hegarty's going to help her out. Puck comes out. Hegarty's going to be the first one to it. She carries it out through the middle. Nice move there. She's on her backhand. Over the front. Oh, right to Haley Benson, and she took a swat at it. Could not put her stick on that puck. O'Byrne drops it to Evans. Evans' shot comes in. Nice block there by Shanahan. She dropped down to her knee to make sure that puck doesn't come through. Selling out the body to stop the shot. Gotta love it. 5-on-4 now. We've got a one-man advantage. Valiette comes on the net for the extra skater. 5 minutes left in the game. 20 seconds left in the man advantage. Small power play here for Washington Pride. Let's see if they can do something. Stretch pass to Valiette. Couldn't get through. Somerville stops it. Zeeland is there. Mayer's down on the ice. Mayer gets up. Mayer's got the puck. Tries to toe drag. Lace is coming out in 3 seconds. Boyce, stride by stride. Nice play by Taylor Boyce. Kennedy had a stride there, and nice play at the body. No penalty. Solid play. Puck comes over to number 7. It's like Dawson, 17. Nice play. Maloney shuts that down. It seems like the 5-hole was open there for a moment. She dropped down to a butterfly, shoots it out. And here it comes. This is Rita. Rita coming from the blue line. She's by herself. There's no one else, and she gets hacked down, and no penalty call on that one. Pretty consistent ref calling so far. I don't know what to make of it. Urquhart keeps going back, and there's Viederman, puts her to the boards. They're either going to let the girls play or they're not going to let the girls play. They got to figure out what they're going to do with this game. So here's a shot coming in for Somerville, blocked. Oh, it seemed like it didn't go off the side of the net. Not sure if Maloney even touched that puck, but it did change direction. Puck goes right back in. And Viederman is, you better get going to it. Claire Beadle's coming in. Excuse me, that's not Claire Beadle, that's Dawson Smith. She's got the puck over, she gets the puck out. Up to Alfred. Alfred had his hard time getting that puck out. Now it comes back out. Nice play there by Rupke. Shanahan with the puck. She stops, reverses. Lauren Smith trying to get that puck away from Kilfoyle, does not do it. She dumps it in. Puck is left behind the net. Puck is out in front. Here's Smith again. Toe drags one. Tries to go around. Shanahan can't do it. And we have a offsides here. Puck comes in. We had some skaters from RNS still in the zone. 3:22 left in the first period. Shots on goal. What do we got?
I got 4 for RNS, 2 for Pride.
4-2, so much less offensive production. Our game earlier, we had shots in the 30s. So again, this could be just fatigue from the two teams here. Stretch pass here by O'Byrne, tries to get to Smith. Smith goes back behind the net, has McGee there. 2 players standing on top of each other. It can't always be a good thing there. We have McGee now and Smith. Puck comes out, and this is, I think that is, let me see, number 6, Thomas, tries to do a stretch pass. Doesn't get through, but it sends O'Byrne all the way back behind her net. Puck comes over to Smith again. Underhill is right on top of it. Smith trying to get the puck out. She can't get it. Underhill comes down from the defensive position. She's jousting with O'Byrne. Oh, my goodness gracious. O'Byrne just got a penalty, but I want to say that number 7, Underhill, fell down, and O'Byrne's going to the box. So pretty consistent so far with this officiating crew, the penalties that they're calling here. Another penalty to the box we go for Audrey O'Byrne. She's going to serve one. This, I think they're going to call a, let's see, an interference call maybe. So not a lot of flow in this game. A lot of special teams here. And we've got Boyce and Wilbur out. Lace is coming out, as well as looks like Zeeland and Dawson. I think that might be, I'm trying to see if that's Claire Beadle all the way over on the left wing. And try to give you the other defenseman's name that's out with Lace. So another penalty here. Are they calling 2 penalties? It looks like they are calling, I think there may be a retaliation from Audrey O'Byrne. And so, unless they're calling a high sticking or a 10-2. Might be a 10-2 for Audrey O'Byrne. That means, unfortunately, we have to have one player serve the penalty. And it might be Audrey O'Byrne may be out for 10 minutes, which is going to be a big loss for this team. She's pretty solid on defense, so we'll see if that's the case, but I do think it is. Nice play by Hegarty to, now Benson holds on to the stick. This is Dawson coming across the line. Passes it over to Zeeland. Zeeland stops, looks for some options, over to Sophie Lace. Sophie Lace gets it over, I believe that is Kennedy. Kennedy to Lace. Lace on the blue line, puck stays in. Lace shot coming in. Sit down in front of, and we had an opportunity there to clear the puck, and here we go. Nice job, Taylor Boyce clears that puck. Here's Kennedy with the puck here, up over to Lace. Lace has the puck coming across blue line. 1 minute left on the power play. Nice job there by Valiette getting her stick in the way. She gets knocked down, gets right back up again. RNS, puck's got the puck, but here comes Lace again with the puck on the defense. A nice job by Viette to make sure she can't do anything with it. Nice deflection there by Arita. Arita goes right to Kilfoyle, and there's Viette in the perfect position to block that pass, and here comes Arita. Arita, long-term shot, 44 seconds left. Some changes. We got Lauren Smith out with Arita on your 2 penalty killers. Kramer and Viederman. Thomas is out as well. So is Shanahan. And Matthews as well. Thomas, the first one to the puck. 20 seconds left on the man advantage. Alfred will be coming out of the box here in 20 seconds. Puck comes over. Shanahan, misfire. Arita thought about clearing it, takes a couple more strides and just lightly dumps it down. Kilfoyle's got the puck behind the net. 9 seconds left, pass up over to her defensive partner, and then that goes up to Thomas. Nice job there, Hadley Kramer just getting in the way, not interfering, but just putting her body there. And Alfred is out, and we've got 5-on-5 action, 36 seconds left in the first period. Thomas has the puck, trying to go by Viederman. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding. I'm sorry, folks. We just, Addie Viederman just basically bumped a player as she went by and was called for an interference call. I mean, these, all right, I'm going to be professional here. Tough call on Addie Viederman there. And it seems like we go from beginning, all right, 26 seconds left in this game. And this is on, I'm not saying this isn't just for Washington Pride. This is for both teams. Both teams are experiencing this officiating. So anyway, back to the power play again for RNS. Shot comes into Maloney, and Maloney can see that all the way. Shot right in the belly. 1:53 left in the penalty. 19.6 seconds left on the clock, and I'm not really sure what you say as a coach to these players about making any contact whatsoever, because these refs are saying that anytime you touch somebody, you're going to the box. Look out, puck is coming high off the boards. Nice job by Ari Evans. Lauren Smith is going to be the first one to the puck. She's got holding the puck down at the boards here. We got 5 seconds, and this is probably going to do it for the first period. Stretch pass comes up, but too hot to handle, and the puck goes right over to Sophia Lito, and that is the end of the first period. So 1:34 left. Shots on net, 5-2 maybe. This is a comedy of penalties that have been coming to the box. So lots of different options of penalties, and I'm not sure what you do. So I'm sure the coaches are probably saying something to the players now about not playing physical, which is interesting when you played the game before and it was completely physical happening. So it must be difficult for these players to try to adjust, but this is hockey. This is the way it goes. So I did promise we have a trivia now in our broadcast, so let's see if we have anybody who can get this trivia here, if I can get it up. It's hockey trivia, by the way. Here's the question for you. No Googling, no chat GPTing. What famous NHL player ate vanilla ice cream before every game? You're going to have to go back to, I'll give you some hints on this one. You're going to have to go back to the 80s. You're going to have to also go back to a team that was a dynasty in the 80s. So that's going to rule it down to a couple of teams. So the question again is, what famous NHLer ate vanilla ice cream before every game? So we'll give you the answer at the end of the second period. But we have, again, a very competitive game. We knew that it would be. 5-3 or 5-2 shots on net. But these teams really can't get much going, because every time they do, a penalty's getting called on them. So I don't really know what to make from it. Not trying to be unprofessional. It's just some of these calls with these interference and just touching and brushing up against players and getting calls into the box. It just kind of ruins the flow of the game. And it's really hard for the players to adjust their games. So nevertheless, we're going to keep going. So we've got, I think we got a confirmation that definitely O'Byrne's got a 10-minute penalty. So she'll be coming out of the box probably in about 7 minutes or so. Viederman is going to serve the rest of her penalty for 90 seconds. And RNS is probably on their 4th or 5th penalty or power play already today. And here's Lito, wins the faceoff as a center. She's just ragging the puck and then dumps it in right on net. Good shot, actually. Bounces off the ice, and Peterson has to play it Lido's putting pressure on, and here comes RNS out. That's Dawson going back behind the net to Kennedy. Kennedy taking a look. Kennedy's going to take the puck and skate it out herself over to Dawson. Dawson comes across, back to Kennedy. Little kind of NHL slingshot. I like it. Good setup here by RNS. They dump it in, and you know the rule. If you're not going to get to it first, that puck typically is going to come right out of the zone, and sure enough, that's exactly what happens, and they regroup. Typically on a penalty power play, if you're going to dump it in, you've got to be the first one because they can do a clear icing for the other team. Nice chip here by Dawson, tried to get by Smith, but Smith still got puck on her stick. She chips it up and chips it right into Dawson's shin pads. Puck goes behind the net. This is Zeeland with it. Zeeland's going to go low to high, get it all the way up to Kennedy. Kennedy stops it. She goes D to D, and that is fumbled a little bit by Shanahan. Shanahan to Dawson. Shot comes in. Nice save there by Maloney. And here we got a 2-on-1 forming here. It's Smith and Benson on forward. Smith's coming around the outside, looks over and takes the shots. Easy save there for Peterson. Peterson saw that all the way. Good defensive play by RNS. Typically on a 2-on-1, you're coaching the defenseman to take the pass away and let the goalie have the shooter, and that's exactly what they did. And Lauren Smith, really only option she had was to shoot the puck. So good play there. 18 seconds left on the Viderman penalty. 18:44 left in the first period. Puck is dumped by Matthews over to Evans. Evans just clears it back in, and that is going to most likely do it for the fourth or fifth power play that's already been called here in the first period. Now going to second period. Kilfoyle coming in, goes across the blue line. Matthews, first one to it. Evans fighting with it, gets it up on the board. Somerville comes down from the defense position. She still has it. Nice job, Ari Evans, using her feet. She's going to get the puck up and over. It bounces over Kilfoyle, and we've got Ziegler putting pressure on Kilfoyle. Kilfoyle, nice job to shake off Ziegler. Thomas comes in, captain of the team. Toe drags, Boyce comes in. Nice save there, Maddie Maloney. 18 minutes left in the second period. Somerville's got the puck on the boards, gets it back to Thomas again. Thomas goes D to D, cross, over, shot comes in, changes directions. Maloney stands it up. Puck comes over again. Nice shot there by Culligan, number 18. That puck changed direction. Thomas has again, out to Culligan. Culligan reverse backward, right to Boyce. Boyce has got some room. She's going to go for a skate. She comes across, dumps it in. She's going to go get her own dumping. She's pressuring Somerville, defenseman on defenseman. Boyce is still behind the net. Vayette's back there with her. Culligan's out in front. Vayette's got the puck, and she's trying to get him free from the defender. Arita's there as well, passes it out. Here's Danny Meyer with the puck on her stick and tries to go between the defender's skates. Can't do it. Puck comes up. This is Zeeland coming across. Zeeland across the blue line. Viderman probably doesn't know what to do, how to play these players now, because the last time she did that, she got a penalty for interference just from breathing on the player. Anyway, we're back. It's Kramer up over to Arita. Arita coming across the blue line over to Vayette. Vayette off her stick. Chips it in a little bit further. It's Vayette going with Underhill. And Vayette uses that frame and just drops Underhill. There again, another opportunity for an interesting goal. The puck comes right on to Peterson. Underhill has a puck behind her net, passes it over to, I believe that is Matthews. No, excuse me, that is Culligan, number 18. Puck still in the defensive zone for RNS, comes out. Viderman has the puck on her stick, up over, nice pass over to Rupke. Rupke couldn't get it over to Fear, and Zeeland has the puck and she dumps it in. Maloney stops it for a defense, rims it up to the boards. Here's Maisie Alfred. She tries to corral it. She can't get a handle on it. And Dawson now has the puck. Dawson taking the puck around the net. She's being chased by Kramer. Kramer stays with her. Dawson dumps it back in to Claire Beadle. Beadle has the puck behind the net. Nice toe drag there, right between Viderman's legs. Gave her an option for her backhand shot. Puck comes all the way up. This is Sophie Lace. Sophie Lace tries to put it on. Sophie had a goal in the first game. Puck comes the way out. Shanahan has the puck, goes over to Lace. Lace tries to get it to Dawson. Dawson chips it up forward. Viderman tries to chip it forward. It's a hot potato again. And nice play there. That's a great play by Kramer. I'm not sure if you could catch that one, but the player got behind her, and she just kind of lurched her body out in front just to throw her off balance. So very nice job there by Kramer, prevented a scoring opportunity. Lauren Smith coming out of the defensive zone. Tries to get it across. There's nobody there. We got a partial change happening, and here is Kennedy. Kennedy coming around the outside. Kramer's got her lined up. Tries to get it over. An easy save there by Maddie Maloney. 15:03 left, second period. Flurry of shots happening from RNS at this point. Face-off coming to the right of Maddie Maloney. We've got Smith and McGee. And Lido out. Matthews is out. Underhill is out. Somerville is out. And looks like we've got Elabito out and Thomas. Those are your 5 or 10 players out on the ice. McGee's trying to get the puck out. She gets dumped. Puck comes up to the defenseman. Puck is dumped right back in. So a lot of offensive pressure here. And there we've got Sophia Lido finally gets control of this puck. Tries to get it out. Somerville's right there. Smith goes in a little bit. Nice job not to draw a penalty there. Puck off the boards. Here comes McGee. Tried to pick the pocket of Underhill. Couldn't do it. Lido trying to get the puck up. This puck is just bouncing all over the place. Ton of snow in the way there. Here's Ari Evans. Ari Evans has a little bit of room. Passes it up over to Smith. Smith looking around, gets it over to McGee, goes all the way across the other ice. McGee just chips it up and turns it over to Zeeland. Zeeland passes it over to Urquhart. That's a puck. Nice defensive play by Amina Wilbur, sticking that stick all the way out and make sure it pokes it off the stick of the defender or the offender. Kilfoyle puck from the defensive position over to her partner. Shot off the head of Maddie Maloney. She puts that one right out front. And all Pride can do right now is clear it down. So definitely a forward assault on RNS on Washington Pride. Puck continues to go back into their zone. They're having a difficult time getting the puck out and keeping it out. Evans tries a stretch pass out. You got a 2-on. Oh, here's Campbell Haggerty with a shot. Nice save by Sophie Peterson. Nice job. Good shot by Haggerty. Somehow got behind the defense. Benson was with her too. But a great shot. Better save by the goalie. 13:13 left in the second period. Offensive zone pressure, and we have another penalty. Shocker. And, well, the good news is that number 10 for Washington Pride is coming out of the box. The bad news is Haley Benson is going into it. She's getting called for a checking call. 13:07 left on the second period, and this may be the 6th or 7th power play already in the game for RNS. Thomas on the face-off with Arita. Puck is sitting right in the center, comes out to Somerville, over to Shanahan. Shanahan down to Thomas. Thomas back to Somerville. Somerville gets a puck over to Urquhart. Urquhart shot to the front. And nice job there by Addie Viederman to get it out of a dangerous area. Puck comes all the way back down. And I believe this is Somerville with the puck and gets it puck up to number... Nice job there. Oh, we've got another penalty here. That one probably was a legitimate penalty. That was Viette coming out and getting in the way, and the parade to the penalty box continues for the Washington Pride. Genevieve Viette coming in. 2 minutes for a interference call. And now we have a 5-on-3 for a total of 90 seconds. So a lot of pressure here for Washington Pride. Lido wins the faceoff. Let's see what the girls can do. Both teams, great opportunity here for RNS. Somerville gets a puck, goes over to Shanahan. Shanahan walks over. Nice play there by Lido. Tom Thumb is trying to get the puck. Never made it on net, went wide. Here is Shanahan. She's looking around, goes to Urquhart. Urquhart's got the puck on the half boards. Urquhart tries to come in, passes the puck up to Somerville. Somerville back over to Urquhart. Urquhart comes to top circle. Shot, nice block there by Kramer. Seems to sting her just a little bit, but she seems to be okay. Somerville with the puck at the top. Here comes Urquhart again. She's up, switches places with Somerville. Somerville comes down, shot coming in off of the glove of Maloney. Nice job there by... Trying to see which player that was, keeping the puck in. Went to the bench. I'm not sure which player that was. Shot, long distance shot from the half boards by RNS for the 5-on-3, and the puck is cleared. Now remember, we do have a second period, so we have a long change return, and now Sophia Lito did just get away with a tripping call right in front of the ref, so I don't know what to tell you, everyone. So just play the game of hockey, right? So here we go. We still have 12 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Here comes the lace. Nice block by Hegarty. Gets the puck out. Beautiful block by Campbell Hegarty. That's going to do it for the 5-on-3. Now we've got a 5-on-4 for 30 more seconds. I'll tell you what, Pride kills this penalty off. They're going to have some momentum. Dawson has the puck. Good job by Haley Benson to force that puck deep, and it goes right down the quarter. 20 seconds left. 90-second 5-on-3 RNS had here in Washington. Pride has been able to keep the puck out of the nets. Dawson has the puck for the last 8 seconds of this. Passes it over to Zeeland. She can't see it. Over to Benson, and that'll do it. So we got a full 5-on-5 back by Ed coming out of the box. Alfred out as well, trying to... I think we have, could it be another penalty? No, this is offside. Listen, it's just, you never know. You never know. It might be a penalty for the music being on too loud. I mean, it seems like every time the whistle stops, someone's going to the box. 10:26 left. Shots on goal. What do we got? 11-6 in favor of RNS. So no figure, right? I mean, RNS has only had 7 power plays, and 2 of them were 5-on-3. So not surprising they have an edge on shots on goal, but we play on. 10-15. Puck comes over to Kilfoyle. Kilfoyle has the puck in. Alfred putting pressure on here. Thier is in, puts it up to the center. That puck comes out to Culligan. Culligan coming out of her zone. She's across the red line. She's across the blue line. Boyce riding her all the way out behind the net, staying with her. Puck comes out. Thier's got it on her stick. She's getting hooked. Oh, we got a call. Another penalty. Yes, indeed. It is a hooking penalty. Ruby Thier, good pressure, good speed getting that puck out. And now Washington Pride goes on the power play. I'm telling you what, I'm going to sleep well tonight with all these penalties. This is number 9. That is Dawson Smith. She's in the box for a hook on Ruby Thier. And we've got McGee, Lito, and Smith out, Kramer and Viederman. Thomas out with Shanahan. Let's see. Viederman's got the puck over to Smith. Smith fumbles it just a minute, dumps it in the corner for Lito. Lito's back there with Lace. Sophia on the puck. Shanahan doing a nice job on the bigger Lito. She's trying to pin that puck on the board. Smith is over there. Now McGee's over there. Now McGee's got the puck. Gets it up to Kramer. Kramer's got the puck on the top over to Viederman. Viederman looks it over to Smith. Smith to McGee on the bumper spot. Puck comes in. Puck is tipped by Lito. Not a super hard shot, but good puck movement for Washington Pride. Sophia Lito did tip it on net. Sophie Peterson in the butterfly shuts it down. 30 seconds gone on the man advantage for Washington Pride. We have a changeover at some of the players out here. We've got Underhill has come out. Face-off won by Washington Pride. Fumbled again. Pass under McGee's stick. Viederman's going to have to go back and retreat. Nice job there by Dawson. Dawson almost got a break there. Sloppy play by Washington Pride. Another sloppy pass there. Turnover. This is Claire Beadle. She's going around. Kramer over. Gets a scoring opportunity. Maloney has to make a save. Doesn't seem like Washington Pride is playing with much urgency here. RNS continues to have the puck in their offensive zone while a power play is going on. Good job by the RNS players winning the 50-50 battle. Passes from the Washington Pride, not crisp at all. Passing him into spaces, and RNS definitely took advantage of that. So we have our second unit coming out. We've got Boyce, we've got Wilbur coming out. Looks like Benson and Ziegler and Hegarty coming out. Excuse me, that's Danny Meyer coming out, and not Ziegler. Your defense, you've got Kilfoyle out there with Culligan, Kennedy, and Zeeland. Hegarty takes a puck down on the boards, uses her body to protect it, rims it around, goes over to Taylor Boyce. Boyce slows it down, and just gets it out of the reach of the RNS defender. Puck is up on the boards here. Hegarty to Wilbur. Wilbur taking a look. She's got a little bit of room, so she can skate it over. Pass is too far in front of Benson, and we know what happens when you dump it in. You're not the first one to it. It gets dumped right back out on a penalty kill, and that's exactly what RNS just did. Puck comes up here. Here's Campbell Hegarty coming across. She loses it in her skates. Nice job by Wilbur to put a body. Here's Urquhart going around. Urquhart, nice save by Maloney. I don't know how she did it, but Urquhart, great speed, got around Boyce. Tried to do the forehand, backhand, but Maloney shut down. That's the best save, best scoring opportunity for the game, certainly for RNS, and that was Urquhart, number 10. She had a goal. Sophie Urquhart had a goal in the first game. She had that one that was an empty net goal that kind of bounced out. So definitely good player there, good speed, great opportunity, good save also by Maddie Maloney. Face-off win. RNS gets the puck out. Thomas just dumps it in. Speaking of Urquhart, she's got the puck back on her stick again. Passes it back out one time to Thomas. She couldn't put the puck into the net. Evans is back out with O'Byrne. Evans is going to be the first one to the puck, trying to get the puck out of the zone. Nice job there. Good handout. Here comes Alfred. Oh, she had an opportunity. Sophie Lace picked up the stick and picked her pocket. Puck comes right back into the zone for Washington Pride. Puck is still in the zone to Washington Pride. Evans is looking to get it out. Passes it up over to Thier. Thier gets it up to Rupke. Rupke dumps it in. Partial change here. We got Smith and Lido out with Rupke. Puck comes off the boards, in, out. Kramer's going to hustle here, and she's got Smith coming, putting pressure on her. Nice job by Hadley Kramer. Up to Smith. Smith chips it up and over, and this might be an icing call. Look, Lido gets it. Nice job, Sophia Lido, with the hustle to get that puck before the icing is called. Kramer's got to get on her horse again. Now Zeeland's putting pressure on her. Nice job there by Kramer. Gives it to her partner, Viderman. Viderman regrouping, coming through the top of the circle. Up to Kramer. Here's McGee. I think she was offsides there. I'm not sure if she was. She's trying to get the puck on her stick. She's got it. She forks it up over to Kramer. Kramer from the point. Shot. Hits the defender. Goes right down. Never went on net. Goggin just chips the puck up. And this, if it's touched by an RNS player, is a hand pass, but it's not. But now we've got players in before the puck. And here's Kramer. Kramer's got the puck. We got 6 minutes left. End-to-end action. This is Hadley Kramer. Shot on net just wide. Puck comes at Audrey O'Byrne over to Taylor Ziegler. Ziegler loses the puck. Goes right to Kennedy, but they are 2 miles offside, so they have to regroup or they would have a stoppage of play. Puck comes out. Here's Ari Evans. Tries to get it up to Campbell Hegarty. Evans is going to take it herself. Kicks it up to her foot. Passes over to Hegarty. Hegarty shot wide. Puck is out in the front. Rebound. Washington Pride could not get it. So here we go. This is Goggin. Goggin taking the puck. She dumps it around over to Maloney, who just stops it, slows down the play. 5:29. All right, so we are the Washington Pride are being doubled up 16-8 for shots. Up to this point, we're a little bit over halfway of the game. You've got Dawson out. Kilfoyle is out. Trying to see what other members are out there. I think Kennedy's out, and you've got Claire Bettle out. Shot comes in, doesn't get on net, is deflected. Wilbur, first one to it. Puck is just kind of, it seems like it jumped over her stick. Now we've got 4 players in a scrum. Viet backs away, waiting for that puck to come out. Kilfoyle has it, just dumps it down into the corner. Wilbur, probably the first one to it. She is. Backhander tries to get it out to Arita, but that puck goes right back in. This is Danny Meyer. Danny Meyer over to 22. Boyce up to Viet. She had her stick tied up. No call there on an interference call there. They play on. Kilfoyle with the puck back behind the net. Viet, nice job there taking the puck. She's ridden up by Kilfoyle. Arita has a puck behind the net. She goes low to high. This is Viderman. She's coming up for the point. Shot comes out. It goes right to the middle, but right on an RNS player stick. That is number 16, Matthews. Matthews back to Kilfoyle. Kilfoyle coming in. She's got speed and numbers. Tries to drop it, but nobody there. Pass comes up. Maisie Alfred, it's one-on-one with Sophie Lace. Alfred, toe drag around. So, a nice job. Alfred, she passes out in front. Oh, she had Rupke. Rupke just needed to get that stick on the ice. Might have had an opportunity for a shot on goal. Nice job, Maisie Alfred. And this is going to be an icing call here. Oh, they immediately called no icing, which I'm not sure why, but puck comes back. Kramer's got the puck, looking for an outlet. Goes over to Wiedemann, her defensive partner. She's got some speed, gives it up over to Rupke, bounces over her stick, over Wiedemann's stick. Here comes Shanahan. Shanahan's got a little bit of room, crosses the blue line, tries to do an inside-outside move on Kramer. Doesn't work. Kramer's got the puck on her stick. Up over to Smith. Smith trying to get it up to McGee. There's McGee. She's got the puck with Sophie Lace. McGee seemed to lose a step, but she's got it back. She's going back behind the net, looking for someone to pass to. She still has it on her stick, looking for someone. Head up, passes it over to O'Byrne. O'Byrne can't handle the pass. Puck comes out in front to Lito. It's sitting right there. They scores! Hard work right there pays off for the Washington Pride. Lauren Smith is rewarded for being in the right place at the right time. So Lauren Smith, and we're going to give, there's several assists on that. Sophia Lito's there. Audrey O'Byrne was down from the defense, and Katie McGee, well, I know you're not supposed to give 3 assists, but they all had a hand in that. And Washington Pride, with 3 minutes and 12 seconds left in the game, second period, they ended up with the puck in the back of the net, gets behind Peterson. Puck is right back in the offensive zone. Let's see how the response is from RNS after having a goal scored on them. A lot of players over in the corner. We got Hegarty over there as well as Ziegler. Hegarty loses her stick. She's going to the bench. Puck comes up to Kennedy. Kennedy's coming across the red line. Tries to get it over Claire Beto. Claire Beto comes across. Nice stick there by Ari Evans. Knocks it off, and we have a player come down. Benson gets knocked down. No penalty. Puck it over. Here's Ziegler. Ziegler's out by herself. Ziegler shot up and over the net. Nice stretch pass there by the defenseman to spring Ziegler. Peterson getting a lot of work here late in the second period. Had to stop that breakaway. Nice move, Danny Mayer. Mayer off the skates. Almost off of Kilfoyle's skates into the puck. Boyce keeps the puck in. Washington Pride buzzing right now. And we got Wilbur with the puck. Wilbur gets the puck up to Boyce. Boyce has got a little bit of room off of her stick. Dawson just dumps it right back in. Back to Wilbur. Wilbur over to Boyce. Bodies flying around right in front of the camera. We got 2 minutes left. Maloney stops it for Wilbur. Wilbur rims it up to Viette. Viette just chips it out to the forward. Here comes Danny Meyer. She's across the red line. She's across the blue line. She dumps it in. Looks like we got a partial change going. Maisie Alfred comes out, shot out of a cannon. Puts the puck right back into this Kilfoyle. 90 seconds left in the game. Kramer steps up, tries to keep that puck in, and she does. Dumps it back in. Ruby Thier is going to give chase against Culligan. Thier over. She's still in the puck in the corner. Alfred's there as well. Culligan ends up with the puck on her stick. She passes it up. Nice center breakout pass. Addie Wiedemann right there. Turns it right back in the zone. Nice move by Maisie Alfred. And a shot. Inside-outside move. Alfred playing a strong game. Couple good opportunities there. We have 68 ticks of the clock left on the second period. Shots on goal. What do we got, statistician? 16-11, so it's been a couple minutes here. There hasn't been a shot on net by RNS, and certainly Washington Pride has put the puck in the net. Face-off win by Lito to Kramer. Kramer over to Wiedemann. Wiedemann shot. Nice block there by Urquhart. Lito puts the puck behind the net to Smith. Smith out. Nice job there by the defenseman. Tipped off the stick. Tipped off the stick again. And here's Urquhart. Nice play by Hadley Kramer to recover. Puck comes up over to McGee. McGee's got it by herself. Tries to get it over to Smith. It is redirected. And here's a chance here. We got Smith and McGee 2-on-2. Puck comes over. McGee tries to get it between the sticks. We got 36 seconds left in the period. This is Urquhart trying to get by Kramer. Kramer is holding her up just a little bit. Puck comes all the way up. And here is Ziegler. Ziegler, who had a partial breakaway earlier, has the puck. She's holding on to it. She's got 18 seconds. She's looking for some help. She's got 2 players on, and here comes Benson. Oh, excuse me, that is Hegarty. My fault there. And here we go, 10 seconds left, one-on-one with Evans. Shot comes in. Easy save there for Maloney, and she freezes the puck with 5 seconds to go. And action here. We've got Underhill, Summerhill, Kennedy out on the ice. Looks like they're drawing up the 5 seconds left in the period play. Claire Beadle's out there too. It might be Beto. And Dawson at center. So Dawson and Benson calling the center back out. Puck comes over. Easy save there from Maloney, and that is going to do it. All right. Whew. After 2 periods, the score, Washington Pride has the lead 1-0. I told you this was going to be a competitive game. Has been almost every single time. Shots on net are 18-11, still in favor of RNS. They certainly have the advantage in the number of power plays that they've had during this game. But you can see once the power plays go away and the team's playing 5-on-5, there's much more flow to this game, and that's the way the second period ended. Okay, we will be back in about 15 minutes or so. We'll give you the answer to the trivia question. So if you weren't here for the trivia question, we will repeat it one more time to see if I can get it up on my phone. Here it is. What famous NHL player ate vanilla ice cream before every game? All right, so there's your trivia question. Next time we go back on, we'll give you the answer, and we'll give you some hints. Again, it's back in the 80s. This player played on the team that was a part of the dynasty in the early 80s. All right, we will see you in just about 15.
I'm going through the replays when I say it, and I just found the whole Thank you for being here. Yeah, it is. I like it too.
viewers, can you tell?
I don't know.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Last period of hockey here for this evening's games for these two teams. Rolling into the third period, 1-0. Washington Pride has the edge over RNS. They played earlier at 8:30 in the morning, and they skated to a 2-2 tie. First two periods have been penalty-filled. Penalties all over the place. I don't have the stat sheet, but I would bet you we're in the double digits of penalties for both teams. And unfortunately, it causes the game's flow to kind of slow down just a little bit. So hopefully this third period can be penalty-free and let the girls play and experience 5-on-5, and the two very evenly matched teams. So shots on goal, pretty similar. This is the third game they played, 2-2 tie. RNS beat Washington Pride 2-1 back in November in Utica. So we are about to get ourselves started. I did promise you the answer to the trivia question. And the trivia question was, what famous NHLer ate vanilla ice cream before every game? And if you answered Mike Bossy from the New York Islanders, one of the most prolific goal scorers of all time, natural goal scorers, 573 goals, you were right. Shout out to Eric Lido providing that trivia question. And we are off and running. Face-off win by Washington Pride. Dumped in. We have a delayed offside. It's going to be coming back. Little bit of a kerfuffle there on the blue line caused the team to go offside. So let's start this up over again. Your face-off, we've got Lido and Dawson out on there. We've got Bettle, Claire Bettle that is, and Kennedy as your right wing. Over to Katie McGee. McGee's got the puck in the neutral zone. Drops it over to Viderman. Viderman goes back to McGee off the boards, right behind her. Bettle takes up the loose change. Lido sticks the puck in. Lido playing a great game here. Dumps the puck out. That puck is back in and dumped back in. We got delayed offsides. Maloney holds the puck in, and puck is off the boards. We have not seen a crisp pass here yet in the third period, so hopefully we can get that going for both teams. Here's an opportunity here. McGee's got the puck, and again, she's dringing herself offside. So sloppy start to the beginning of this game, 45 seconds into the third period. Urquhart's out on the ice, centering. The center is Thomas, and it looks like we got Matthews, Kilfoyle, and Culligan out. Ziegler is out with Benson and Hegarty, with Evans and O'Byrne out. Those are your 10 players on the ice. Speaking of O'Byrne, she's got the puck. Dumps the puck into the zone, back around. Culligan's going to be the first one. She forks it forward. Puck comes over to Hegarty. Hegarty shot on net. Peterson had to steer that one aside. Puck comes out. Here's Evans. It's a 1-on-3. Evans, good position. Hegarty. Hegarty over to Ziegler. Ziegler 1-on-1 with Culligan. Shot off of Culligan. Ziegler follows her rebound. Ziegler sticking the puck again. Here's Benson with Kilfoyle in the corner. It's Benson and Kilfoyle. Benson gets some help over there by Thomas. Thomas goes over. That is to Culligan. Culligan back over to Kilfoyle. Kilfoyle looking up and has Urquhart, who just dumps the puck in, and Danny Meyer's going for a skate back behind her net. Now she's going forward, goes around the blue line. She's a red line. She's got a head of steam going here. Now she goes around the defenseman, loses an edge. That's not a penalty there, folks. She just lost an edge. And now Taylor Boyce has a call, and she flips the puck into the RNS bench, and we're going to have a stoppage of play. 18:06, third period. Yeah, we might have seen if somebody got injured. I think Taylor Boyce hit someone on the other bench there, and I don't think we're expecting it. All right, face-off win by RNS, dumps it in. Wilbur tries to get it off the board. She gets a rebound. Here's Rita. Rita off of her inside skate. She chips it up forward. Goggins right there to Boyce. Boyce dumps it back in. We're looking for those crisp passes, folks. We haven't seen them. There's one. That's it. Beautiful. Over to Goggin. Goggin just dumps that puck in. So that was Shanahan to Goggin. We might start counting crisp passes because sloppy hockey is out here. Not to be confused with the Seinfeld episode of Poppy being sloppy. Over to Sophie Lace. Sophie Lace gets it up to Goggin. Nice job there, Taylor Boyce. Up over Ruby Thier, just off her stick. This is Dawson. Dawson changes directions over. Puck comes over. Taylor Boyce is going to have to get on her horse. She's got a lot of pressure being put on her. Nice job, Taylor Boyce. Uses her body, gets her head up. Good outlet there. Rolls off. Maisie Alfred's trying to get by. Number 7, she's holding her stick. Gives her a shot to the chops. No penalty there. This is Underhill 7 with the puck. Speaking of which, almost give away to Lido. Lido and Underhill are in the corner. Lauren Smith coming in to help. We've got almost all 5. Oh, we've got a penalty coming up. Shocker. We have a roughing call. Let me guess. It's another penalty. It's another penalty. So number 17, this is Marissa Dawson goes in. I'm not sure how she got a penalty there. We had a kind of a scrum in the corner. I didn't see it. But this is number 12 or 13 penalty in this game. I don't know if the refs are getting paid by the number of penalties that they're calling, but nevertheless, power play for Washington Pride. Penalty kill for RNS. McGee's got the puck, goes high to low to Kramer. Kramer out to Viederman. Viederman looking over to Kramer, up and over her stick. Kramer's looking, Sessing holding the puck over to Viederman. Viederman back to Kramer. Kramer over to Smith. Smith shot from the outside. Peterson sees that. Smith has it. Just a backhand pass up over. Stopped at the point by Viederman. Viederman back to Smith. Smith's on her stick to McGee and her skates. Shot comes in up and over the net. Puck comes over there off the post there by Lauren Smith on the outside of the post, that is. And puck comes finally out of the zone. Nice job there by Washington Pride, moving that puck around. Viederman regrouping in neutral zone, passes it over to Kramer. Kramer's looking for options. She can't handle that pass, passes it back to Viederman. They're going backwards, the wrong direction. Urquhart putting pressure on. Kramer passing that puck into the skates of the other player, and you know what's going to happen here. A dump in. If the dumping team doesn't be the first one in, you got it. It is iced all the way down. Time is killed off that penalty kill. 47 seconds left on the penalty. The second group of power plays out there. Looks like we get a second group of penalty kill out there. Matthews is out there as well as Urquhart, Kilfoyle, and Culligan. This is Haley Benson with the puck down, gets it up. Taylor Boyce over. Nice one-timer there by Mina Wilbur, but is off the mark. Back over to Boyce. Boyce back over to Benson. Benson to Boyce. More beans and bees. Shot comes in from Benson just wide. Nice job from RNS to keep that puck out. So good puck movement, some good opportunities for Washington Pride here on this penalty power play. Nothing going in the net. Peterson, the goalie, has been standing up tall here. Here's Hegarty trying to get the puck in. Nice job there by Sophie Lace. Thomas comes out. We have 5-on-5 action here. Here's Dawson, tries to get it over to, I believe that is Ella Bettel. It is, can't get it there. Here's Hegarty. Hegarty looking at it for Thier. Can't get it up here, and Alfred comes across, and unfortunately Thier was already in the zone, so we have an offside call. Break in the action, 14:30 left on the clock for the third period. 17-12, RNS still has the lead in shots. And RNS wins the face-off. Nice job there by Hadley Kramer to get her body in the way. This is Lido. Lido circles up over to Smith. Smith has the puck on the boards. She loses her foot. Somehow has enough time to get up and get the puck, and she just backhands it up, and puck comes off the boards. Back to Lido again, back to Smith, back over to Shanahan. No icing. Sloppy play continues. puck is off the boards, up over to Goggin. Goggin tries to get it out. McGee intercepts it. McGee still has the puck in her skates. McGee still has it. She comes up to the high slot. McGee's shot comes in. Oh, nice try there. Smith was in front. Good save there by Peterson. Here's Viederman's shot. Nice job there by Zeeland to put a body on that to make it change direction. Sophie Lace has it up to Goggin. Goggin trying to get it out. She does. And it's a race to the puck. This is Zeeland and Kramer. Zeeland ends up with the puck. But nice job there by Maloney. Just easily puts it off to the side. Sophia Lito has the puck and looking to get it out. Throws it right to the middle. But that goes right over to Kennedy. But Kennedy's shot is blocked by Viederman. And the puck goes out of play. 13-18 left, third period. Face-off coming up. We're going to have Benson. I believe this is going to be Dawson out. Somerville is out there. Underhill is out. Kennedy's out. Bettel is out for RNS. And we've got, let's see, Taylor Ziegler's out with Hegarty and Benson. Evans and O'Byrne are out. Those are your 10 skaters. Here's Evans with the puck. Cross the red line. Cross the blue line. Shot coming in. Easy save for Peterson. Shot again, crosses the paint, nobody there. Ziegler has a puck on her backhand, holds it. She's battling over with Kennedy on the boards by herself. 3 players on Ziegler. Forces the puck to go back over. This is Somerville with the puck. Somerville gets it up to Dawson. Dawson comes out of the zone, goes around Evans. O'Byrne just chips it off her stick. Evans getting her head up. Tries. I think this might be on the net, so no icing there. So Peterson has to play it. No icing called. Somerville has a puck. Pestered by Viette. Puck goes back behind the net. It is now Underhill with the puck. Underhill tries to get the puck out of the zone, up over to her winger. That's Claire Beadle. Pass over here. It comes over it. I believe that is a shot. Nice job there by Taylor Boyce projecting that pass and putting it right on net. Good shot on goal. Here is Arita and Viette back behind the net. Summerhill and I think that's Dawson. Dawson comes in, or that might be Underhill with the puck. And this should be an icing call. Yes, it is. Stoppage in play. 11:56 left in the third period. Score still 1-0 in favor of Washington Pride. Goal by Lauren Smith. Assisted. We're giving a bunch of assists on that one. Audrey O'Byrne, Sophia Lito, Katie McGee, all involved with that goal. Face-off one, RNS. There's a crisp pass, and you can see that'll come right out as a good breakout. Here comes Thomas. Good job there by RNS, putting it all together. Thier puts it up over to Alfred. Alfred playing a great game today. Got the puck in the zone. This is Rupke. Rupke takes it over to the half boards, over to Thier. Thier gets it over to Alfred, almost. Good connection there, but couldn't get the shot on net. Here's Thomas again coming. Thomas, captain of the RNS team, puts a shot over well wide of Maloney. Maloney standing tall, and here comes Thier again. Thier's with Kilfoyle. Tries to get it around Kilfoyle. Kilfoyle, a nice job there. You gotta be careful here of too many players on the ice for Washington Pride. McGee's way up at the half boards, and she's gonna get the puck. She's gonna hold it. Misfire on the pass. Now she's carrying it. Now she's got it on her stick. And a nifty move. Here's McGee. She's going across the point. Shot, rebound, scores! Sophia Lito buries the puck in the back of the net from a shot from Katie McGee. 2-0. Washington Pride jumping out in front. That puck started, that play started near side blue line. Katie McGee carries it across, goes to the outside, moves her feet, takes a shot off the goalie's pad. Sophia Lito drives the net, puts the puck in the back of the net, and Pride doubles the deficit, and he got a 2-0 lead with only 10:55 left in the third period. Face-off win by RNS. Puck comes out. RNS is going to have to hurry, and here's an opportunity here for Kennedy. Kennedy's got Bettel wide. Oh, nice save there. Great shot there by Kennedy. She had an edge on the defenseman. Shot the puck right into the breadbasket of Maddie Maloney. All right, face-off coming. That's Dawson and Benson. O'Byrne's going to be the first one to it. She has got a lot of pressure on her by Claire Bettle. Beetle, I'm not sure what it is, but it's definitely Claire, not her sister, Ella. Puck comes out. Here is Ziegler. Ziegler trying to get hold of that puck. Hegarty's there as well. Hegarty down on the ice. Nice move there. Is that Kennedy? Oh, that's a hands up there by Ziegler and Kennedy. No call there. And yeah, hard to tell what gets called, but that probably could have been the hands up. But we play on. Here's Evans with the puck. She just gets it up. This is going to be an icing most likely on the Washington Pride. Less than 10 minutes, just 3 seconds under that. 2-0 now is the score of the game. Face-off coming just to the outside, to the right of Maddie Maloney. We've got Urquhart and Mayer. Urquhart wins the face-off out to Culligan. Nice job there by Culligan. Had Viette coming fast. Had to chip it in deep. Speaking of Culligan, she gets knocked off her feet, but puck is down back behind the net. Here's Taylor Boyce. She's going to have a little bit of room. She's got a head of steam. She's looking for pass. Good play by Matthews. Matthews shaking her glove there. She knocked that down. That's offsides, but they're going to let that one go. Puck squirts under the stick of Urquhart, who's playing defense for Culligan, who kind of skated the puck in. Puck comes over to Kilfoyle. Kilfoyle shot and into the glove of Maddie Maloney. Nice save there. Maloney seeing the puck very well today. We'll give you an update. Shots on net here are 19-18 for Pride. Pride is turning it on in the third period. It was a 2-1 deficit in shots on goal, and now it is almost even. Face-off win by Washington Pride. Puck goes around. This is Viederman with the puck. She's got Matthews draped on top of her. Urquhart comes back behind as well. Here comes Washington Pride coming out of the zone. Maisie Alford across the blue line. Toe drag here. And a shot there. Nice try there by Ruby Thier to do the one-time. Nice job there. Oh, we got a delayed offside here. Viederman retreats. Looks for an option, sees Rupke. Rupke off her heel of her stick. She can't get it. And here comes Smith. Smith coming across, takes a shot into the skates of Viederman. Never made it on goal. Puck comes up. Shot by Shanahan. Blocker to the side by Maloney. RNS is putting the pressure on the Pride right now, keeping the puck in the offensive zone. Alfred trying to get it out. Shanahan tracks that one down. Shanahan gets a puck under stick, tries to go between her legs. That didn't work. Thier dumps it in, and now we've got Katie McGee pushing it, and there comes Smith. Smith back, and there's McGee again up around the boards, going up, trying to get it up to Bettle. Puck comes out. Kramer has it in their feet. Here comes Smith with the puck. She gets it over to McGee. McGee's got the puck. A move at the blue line. She's looking for options. Errant pass there, but gets it over to Lito. Lito just forks it over behind the net. Shanahan with the puck just rims it. Kept in by Kramer. Kramer back in deep. McGee has the puck, loses it. But now it comes to Smith. Smith over to, is that Kramer? That is Kramer. Kramer has a puck. Nifty move there at the top of the circle. She still has it. Comes out front. McGee has a puck off of her stick to Viederman. Good pressure by Washington Pride here with this group out. Benson now's come out on the ice. Got McGee out front. McGee's trying to get a hold of that puck up to Smith. Smith's got it. Looking for an option. Backhanded over to Ella Bettle. Ella Bettle's got the puck. Loses it. Viederman takes control. Up over to McGee. This is a long shift for McGee. Lace is out there. Lace has Kennedy with her. Nice move by Lace. Nice save by... And the puck is way off. I got to give compliments to Sophia Lace. Sophia Lace scored the second tie goal in the first game. Did a nice toe drag there. Great shot. Better save by Maddie Maloney to keep the puck out of the net. 7:09 left. Time is running out for RNS to get back into this game. So we've got Kennedy out, Summerhill, Underhill out. Also, let's see, we've got Dawson and Claire Bettle out. Ziegler, Benson, Hegarty, O'Byrne, and Evans are your 10 skaters. Puck comes out. This is Kilfoyle. That's Underhill out. Underhill gets a puck up. Tried to get it to Bettle. We have Bettle here in front of us with Benson and Kramer. Bettle comes out, gets a puck wide over to Kennedy. Kennedy, nice job there, trying to get the puck in. Good speed. Kennedy still has a puck on her stick. Kennedy still has a puck over there. Now we got another scrum. Puck squirts out, and here comes Evans. Evans has got lots of room in front of her. Tries to get it off the boards to Ziegler. There it is. Ziegler, another break for Ziegler. Shot, blocker, save. It's the second partial breakaway for Taylor Ziegler, and Sophie Peterson has stopped her twice. So good job, Sophie Peterson. Or this game could have been 4-0. Puck coming up. Here is number 22, Kennedy. Kennedy looking for some options here. Evans just rides her to the board, tries to get it to Meyer. Here's Thomas, the captain. Thomas coming to top of the circle, trying to drive to the net. Toe drag in! Oh, no! Oh, nice save there by Maddie Maloney. Maddie Maloney, no stick. She's on her knees. She's sprawling all over the place. Hell of a play by Thomas to get in front. Somehow, I think that hit the post. And Maloney somehow keeps the puck out of the net. Full press here by RNS. This is Matthews. Gets the puck right back in. Puck's on the boards there. Vaed trying to get the puck out. Here's Thomas again. And the puck does come out. Here's Culligan. Culligan looking for some options. Gets it up to Urquhart. Urquhart looking for options as well. She gets it in. Stopped there by Evans. Evans uses the body. Here is Rita. Rita trying to get the puck out. There's Thomas again, the captain. She's good. What a great shift for Thomas. Trying to do everything she can to cut the lead in half. O'Byrne going for a skate, looking for some options. Skates by Thomas. Lace is right there and just puts it out. Here comes Evans. Right back to Lace. Lace goes D to D. Rupke is right there to break it up. 4:53 left. Time is not on the side of RNS. Rupke passes it over, tries to get it to Alfred. Alfred now picks it up, looking for options. Alfred over to Boyce. Boyce has some room. Shot coming in, just wide of the net. Puck comes out. Alfred hunting for that puck. Now she's going to go play defense. Gets a shot, comes back, plays defense. Great position for Maisie Alfred. And she's going to get a penalty there. Again, another really weak call. And I'm not saying that one way or the other. I mean, she just got in the way, maybe a little bit too much. But nevertheless, here's a great opportunity for RNS to cut the lead in half. Curious to see if there's any strategy here by the coaching staff in RNS. Being down 2 goals, do you pull a goalie? Do you call a timeout? Let's see what they do here. We got 4:25 left. We've got Beto out. We've got Zealand out. Laces out. Looks like we also have who's out there as well. I'm trying to give you some more numbers. It looks like Dawson's out as well, and then Kennedy. And so here is a clear by, that is Sophia Lito, and here is Smith chasing it down, back behind the net, just letting the clock tick. RNS does not have the luxury of having lots of time on the clock, and here they come across the blue line. They dump it in. We know how this goes, right? If you're not the first one on it, it most likely is going to get cleared. This time, Viederman holds it. Nice play there by, I think that's 22, Kennedy to hold that clearing. Here's Sophie Lace, goalie being pulled now. Now we've got a 6 attacker out, 6-on-4, but stoppage of play. All right, RNS parents, you're going to be furious about this, but they called the goalie not going to the bench, and the player came on too early. So now they call a face-off here. So a chance for a 6-on-4, puck in the zone, and the referee says that the goalie did not make it all the way to the bench before the player came out. Unfortunate for RNS because they did have some momentum here. Not a penalty, just a stoppage of play and a new face-off here. So here we go, 1:10 left. Then I'll tell you what, this has been a strange officiating game, I will just say that. 60 seconds left on the clock for the penalty for Alfred. And let's watch the goaltender again, see if she comes out again. Looks like they are not pulling the goalie this time. Puck comes back out. Here's Kennedy with the puck, 52 seconds left. Puck comes over to Sophie Lace. Sophie Lace has it, dumps it in.
And comes down, Kennedy comes down from her defensive position, and this is Kramer. Kramer trying to get the puck out of the zone. 38 seconds left on the penalty. Here comes the goaltender. Goaltender getting pulled again. 3 minutes left. Now we've got a sixth attacker. The ref gives the blessing to say, yes, that is good. Urquhart with the puck behind the net. It's a 6-on-4 empty net situation. Kramer with the puck. Tries to ice it. Urquhart knocks that one down. She's got the puck behind the net. This is it for RNS. They've got the extra attacker on the ice. It's a 6-on-4. Urquhart, one-timer by Lace, blocked by Hegarty. Shot comes in, doesn't get on. Puck is on the corner. This is number 17. Dawson gives it over to Somerville, number 14. Puck is being tied up there. Alfred out of the box. We now have 6-on-5. McGee's coming out of the zone. And here comes McGee, right out of the box. Benson's got it. Benson's trying to get the puck out, and it squirts out. I don't believe this is going to be an icing. Oh, they do. It is an icing. 2:07 left. I predict that we're probably going to have a timeout here from one of the teams here. 2-0, 2:07. Goalie has been pulled. Let's see what happens here if we do any strategy with timeout. Let's see. We'll give you... we do have a timeout, so RNS calling the timeout. Going to draw up the play. Both coaches coming in, so while we get this break in action, we'll give you an update on shots on net. 23-19. RNS, a little bit of an edge here. They've had the advantage in terms of how many penalties and power plays they've had. This has not been a penalty-free game. It's been very, very choppy. If you're just tuning in, these two teams played earlier this morning to a 2-2 tie. And here we are 2-0 into the third period. Steep hill for RNS to climb up, but it's not impossible. Face-off is going to be to the left of Maddie Maloney. And looks like RNS has their personnel out there. We got Urquhart, Thomas, Colligan, Kilfoyle out. Dawson is coming out, and Matthews, number 16. Those are your 6. Let's see who Coach Sadu puts out. You've got McGee, Lito, Smith, Kramer coming out, and Viederman. So let's see what happens. Big face-off right here for Sophia Lito and Thomas. Let's see what happens. Face-off win by Lito. Back to Kramer. Kramer behind the net reverses. Here is Viederman. And Viederman throws the puck up the boards. McGee's there. It gets stuck by Colligan. Nice job here by Pride, keeping the puck out of the dangerous area. Here's nice play. Lauren Smith just ragging the puck now, coming across. She takes a long distance shot. Kilfoyle gets a shin pad in that one. Puck is all the way down on the other end for RNS. They've got a long way to go. McGee's making sure they don't go any further. Back behind the net, 90 ticks left in this game. Katie McGee chasing out Urquhart, and nice job by Lito. Lito shots. Lito scores. Empty net goal. And that, my friends, is going to do it. 3-0 for Washington Pride. Sophia Lito, I guess we'll call that unassisted. I'm not sure who the assist there, but got across the red line, which is always the most important, or you're going to have an icing, and she takes one step across, shoots it. Second goal of the day. Third point of the day for Sophia Lito. She is having a day today. 3-point game for Sophia Lito, factoring in all 3 goals. So nice job, Sophia Lito, number 16. We still have 75 seconds left. Here goes Evans. Evans gets it across, just dumps it in. And this is going to be a high stick if the RNS player touches it, which they do. That was Shanahan. Ref blows the play. We've got 64 seconds left. Very entertaining game. Both games very entertaining. It's great to have teams so evenly matched. Playing it tight and very competitive, clean hockey all the way around. So nice job for both teams. So now we have basically both teams win one, and tied one. So that if you don't think you can't get any more evenly matched than that, but that's the situation. Here we go. Fast 50 seconds. O'Byrne over to Arita. Arita coming across. Sophie Lace does a nice job there. Lace puts it up to Goggin. Goggin 1-on-2 here. She just dumps it in the corner. Boyce, first one to it. Boyce gets knocked down. She's not going to get a call this late in the game. So here's Arita. Rita coming across the red line to the blue line. Shot on net. Nice shot by Emmy Arita. Good speed. 24 seconds left in the game. This is number 14. Somerville coming up from the defensive position, trying to make something happen. And here we go. Last shot coming from Underhill. Goes wide right of Maloney. And oh my God. Oh my goodness. With 6 seconds, Maddie Maloney makes the save of the game. Snags that one out of the air. That one puck went off the backboards, came right out to one of the players at RNS. They ripped a shot, and Maloney somehow protects her shutout with 6 seconds left and keeps that puck from going in. And that is going to do it. So we're going to give Maddie Maloney, if we do stars of the game, she gets the first one. 3-goal shutout. Even Steven matchup here for RNS with Washington Pride. So let's give you some final statistics here. Shots on net. 22-21. Couldn't be a better way to end an evenly matched game. So congratulations to Pride. Great game for RNS. Great series. Love to have these guys play more often. Fun game to announce and fun game to watch, that's for sure. So 3-0 goals by Smith. Lido gets an empty net goal. Shutout for Maddie Maloney, and that is going to do it for us. So we hope everybody has a good night, and we will see you next time. Next time the JW is coming in, we're going to be up in Minnesota. So we'll be up there for broadcasts as well. So have a good night, everyone. Thanks for watching.